with a big update about your America Rescue Plan, the third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Your second stimulus package, that's the Mar-a-Lago bill that gave you a $600 stimulus check, and your first stimulus package, as the $10,000 EIDL grant could be landing in your bank account. I'll be covering a lot of stuff in this video. It normally is about a 30-minute video, but may go a little bit longer because I have a lot of details to cover across the board. And I'll also be answering your questions. And more importantly, I'll prepare you to look for particular amounts of money that you qualify for, that is for you on both the first, second, and now third stimulus package. Earlier today, I went live with you to deliver a broadcast of the Joe Biden press conference for the third stimulus package. It's a press conference. It's not the bill. It ain't law yet. But ultimately, we had some insight into what could be happening. In fact, we don't know tonight if there actually is a bill. All we know is what he talked about and what he had also said in pre-release statements. I'll be going over those as well. But there's so much happening across the board. So first, before we start, please subscribe. Also hit that alert button, like this video, and consider becoming a Purple Power member by clicking the join link at the top of this video to become a Purple Hawk Casino member, VIP, or Purple Power. First, let me turn to the first stimulus package. Under the first stimulus package, adult dependents did not get a stimulus check. It's believed that that is going to get fixed with adult dependents getting a $1,200 stimulus check from the first stimulus package in tonight's third stimulus package bill. So that's a big update. Second, first stimulus, CARES Act 1 money is still available in cities and counties. So the volunteers of this channel are still helping viewers get rent and utilities with CARES Act 1 money and also with nonprofit money. If you need help with rent from the first stimulus package that's still there, reach out to the volunteers in the pinned comment to this video. Open it up. At the bottom, it says news.lalate.com/community. They can help you with rent and utilities. All right, the next thing I want to go over is the $10,000 that could be landing in your bank account as early as next week. EIDL was a program for grants and loans that the SBA went live with under the first stimulus package back in March of last year. It's what birthed this channel. Millions and millions of people applied for the EIDL grant, never got it, or got a part of the grant. Well, I'm hearing now that as early as this weekend, you could be getting an email from SBA that says, go to a portal, confirm your bank account information, your routing information, because we're ready to pay you the remainder of your $10,000 EIDL grant. Not in that email, but then shortly thereafter. This is really incredible, great news. So this is $10,000, or the remainder of your $10,000 grant is what I'm hearing. It'll be preempted first with an email to confirm the information, and then the grants could be paid out shortly thereafter. So watch your spam folder and your incoming email boxes over the next few days. That's still first stimulus package. All right, now let's go to second stimulus package. A lot of details I got to go over on that one. That's the Mar-a-Lago, the bill that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, signed into law about 4 weeks ago. First, the $600 stimulus check. The $600 stimulus check that you've been wondering where it is, I would say about 50% of the viewers of this channel still have not received it. But the good news is that a lot of you have started to see it come today and yesterday in the form of a white envelope with inside it a debit card. So I would certainly watch the mail like a hawk, like a purple hawk, between now and Saturday, because the debit card of the stimulus check, $600 for individuals, $1,200 for a married couple, and $600 for children, could be coming for the second stimulus check between now and Saturday. That's really good news. Next, FPUC under the second stimulus package, $300 a week, that goes on top of your UIPUA. It's being paid out. But if you got an email that says reopen your claim, make sure you reopen your claim. Do not file a new claim. FPUC and PUA were extended under the second stimulus package to March 14th of 2021. And so you're currently covered with enough weeks to the end of March. Also FPUC, PUA, and UI are all extended to March 14th. Next, this is a major exclusive you're only hearing on this channel, is first, that I heard that SBA will be revamping their website between now and Sunday. Well, already they've changed it 3 times in the last 24 hours, and then more changes could be coming as well. Thank you, Al Born, for becoming a Purple Hawk. The first change that you currently see is the following: that a modification has been made to allow for applications of one of two groups under the second stimulus package. And the other modification is the preparation of the remaining group. What's going on? Under second stimulus package, the Mar-a-Lago, the Trump bill, there were two items created for EIDL. The first one is for agriculture and farmers. The second one is for low-income community businesses, for grants and for rents. The great news is that you can get this grants and rents as potentially as early at, did I say grants and rents? Grants and loans. Grants and rents. What's grants and rents? Grants and loans. You can get them as early as Food Enough EIDL. Yeah, I said, I don't know what I said. Grants and rants. Grants and loans. Thank you, Jonathan, for the super chat. Potentially as early as this weekend, because I'm hearing that the modification of the website will go live to allow you to get grants for agricultural and for low-income community businesses as early as this weekend. So as soon as it goes live, I will tell you. Remember, this is only under the second stimulus package, and it's for I was said again. It's for low-income businesses and for child and for the agricultural. Let's turn to the great news about SNAP benefits. A lot of people don't know about SNAP. If you make less than $49,000 a year, you may want to get SNAP. SNAP is for your food. In Hawaii, for family of four, it pays about $1,400 a month for food. You get it by reaching out to Department of Agriculture. So how did SNAP get changed? SNAP got changed in the second stimulus package by giving you an additional 15%. So this is among the items you need to get that piece of paper out. If you're just tuning into this channel and you're sort of confused, what do I qualify for? What can I get? What money can I physically get? Get that pen and paper out right now, because we're doing it starting right now. Under the top of the page, you want to put second stimulus check or second stimulus package, second stimulus package. And the first thing you want to put on there is SNAP. I had a very nice comment sent by one of my viewers just a second ago in Instagram. He said, I've been watching you for a while. I never thought of doing SNAP. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I qualify for it and I got it at just extra money. Thank you so much. So what is SNAP? It's money for food. Hawaii family of four is about $1,400. You reach out to the Department of Agriculture to get it. And the great news is that under the second stimulus package, you're going to get a 15% increase of SNAP. Thank you, Teresa, for the super chat. You're going to get a 15% increase of SNAP for 6 months. It's coming in three different ways. One, some viewers are getting it on top inside of your January payments. So if your January payments are usually, X dollars, they're adding 15% on top of that. The second way it's sometimes happening is it's coming as a separate payment in the month of January. And the third way it's coming is sometimes they're just waiting to February to do it to July. It's 6 months. That's second stimulus. So make a little list, put on your list. If you don't have SNAP, go get it. Next, PUA, FPUC, UI. Under the second stimulus, it extends it to March 14th. You need to certify for benefits as soon as it comes in. If you get an email that says you want to reopen your claim, make sure you reopen your claim. Thank you, Alicia, for FPUC and for UI and PUA. All right, the next thing is second stimulus has money for rent, utilities, childcare, and free broadband. But so far, we haven't seen any of those four things go live. Nothing under the second stimulus for any of those four things. You want to put them on your list, because if you're on SSI, SDI, you want that free rent possibly, or you want that free utilities, or you want that free broadband, but they're not live yet. So what am I doing as a workaround? I encourage you to reach out to the volunteers of this channel who are in the pinned comment to this video. Open it up, and at the bottom it says news.lalate.com/community. And those volunteers can help you get that rent. They can help you get that rent now before waiting for second stimulus package money to land. Really great news. All right, so at that point, we're sort of up to date on second stimulus items. We went over the check, we went over rent and utilities and food. We went over EIDL for those two types of businesses. Oh, there's PPP. I forgot about PPP. You need to apply for PPP if you want it. If you are Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, or Airbnb operator. And at that point, we're almost really up to date on what's going on in second stimulus. So now let's turn to third stimulus. Now at the 10-minute mark, the big updates is the third stimulus tonight. Tonight, Joe Biden held a press conference, and the press conference was about third stimulus. The bill, it's called the America Rescue Plan, or as I call it, the plan that needs an American rescue. The plan came after months of Joe Biden promising stuff in writing, on the campaign trail, in the transition papers, or in press conferences 2 days ago. And then you look at him tonight, and he didn't mention some of the things. So we don't have the bill yet. And so it's important to understand that until you have the bill, do not write something off. Someone in one of the videos tonight said something like, my husband heard that we aren't getting from Biden this. Well, it's not law yet. So how do you know what you heard where? The dance club, and the woman up on the stage before she took off her clothes, she's like, you're not getting a stimulus check. It's like, where did you hear this? It's not law yet, so we don't need any we don't need any more of that. So what did we hear from Joe Biden? What did we hear from Joe Biden? What did I miss? You missed a lot. So let me go over what Joe Biden said, what Joe Biden didn't say. And this is what you got to get your piece of paper out. Third stimulus. And write third stimulus. And now we're going to go one item at another item after another item. This is live. I am live. So let me go over. Thank you, Matt Cusera. Beautiful name for becoming a provoke. So let's go over each of the items one at a time. And I will go over for you if you qualify for that item. So you'll make a little check mark on your list, say, I qualify for that. I want to get that item. So the first one is the stimulus check. Almost every viewer of this channel qualifies for the stimulus check, so long as you made about $49,000. No, I think $75,000, 2019 earnings or less. So the stimulus check is $1,400 if you got $600 under the second stimulus check. It is basically the Cash Act. The Cash Act said, if you got $600, we'll give you an additional $1,400. For adult dependents who never got a check, they'll get the full $2,000. So $1,400 for children, $1,400 for adults, married couple, double it. Adult dependents, $2,000, and a retroactive stimulus check for those adult dependents back to CARES Act 1. That is for you. So that's on your list because almost all the viewers of this channel get that. $2,000 together? Yes. No multiple stimulus checks? No. So let me compare that to what we were told we were going to get and what we got. We were told we were going to get $2,000 as a stimulus check. We were told it's $2,000 plus $1,400. Earlier this year, we were told it was going to be multiple stimulus checks. We were also told by Senator Harris that $1,400 doesn't cut it. She said specifically $1,200 doesn't cut it. You need at least $2,000 a month, and once $2,000 check doesn't cut it. Suddenly, it doesn't cut it last year when she's running for president, but when she's vice president, it does cut it. It didn't cut it when she was running for president, but now that she's got into office, it does cut it. Oh, I don't like that. We were told tonight by Joe Biden that a $1,400 stimulus check will keep a roof over your head and feed your food for 16 months. Excuse me. Maybe in like the 1900s, but I don't know where rent and food is $1,400 for 16 months. Remember, this $2,000 total, $1,400 plus $600, is from April of last year to July this year. It's $1,400 for 16 months. I mean, this is like wacko crazy. I mean, it's, but it's not law yet, as Linda just said. It's not law yet. So maybe, maybe he misspoke. Maybe he misspoke. But $1,400 to cover you, well, $2,000 total to cover you for 16 months, and that pays all your food and your overhead and your rent bill. I don't know. Maybe in the 1800s, like in 1800s Wild West, when they lived in I don't know. What did they live in the 1800s? They didn't have Wi-Fi then. Did they? I don't think they had Wi-Fi. So it's just crazy. Okay, next one, hazard pay. Put that on your list. There's hazard pay in there. How much? Who qualifies? What is the months of eligibility? Who applies for it? It's not bill yet. We don't have the bill yet, so don't know. But there is hazard pay in there. Who did he talk about anyone for hazard pay? He talked about frontline workers really vaguely, and then he talked about teachers and teachers and teachers and teachers and teachers. So certainly teachers are going to get hazard pay. I don't know about anyone else after teachers. Maybe it's just teachers and that's it. But he talked about hazard pay. No number, no eligibility, no nothing. Next item. So put hazard pay on the list. And if you're a teacher, put big stars because Joe Biden's just going to give you tons of money. That was that item. Next one was SSI and SSDI, not mentioned. No mention of the SSI and SSDI. No mention of it at all. No mention of the people. No mention of the money. No mention of the issue. No mention of anything. Didn't mention about people on disabilities. Didn't mention about veterans. Didn't mention about senior citizens. And this is a man who wrote over and over and over pages and pages and pages and pages about this in his transition papers, in his campaign papers. Chrissy, and you saw what I did on this video every night for the last 3 nights. I asked you which you think are going to happen, which you think is not going to happen. And SSI and SSDI, every person said it's going to happen. I said it's going to happen. I mean, what's the big issue? This is a nonpartisan issue. It's not a lot of money. It's not trillions and trillions of dollars for this thing. It's not very difficult. You have to do it. No one saw this being dropped like a brick like this. It's just shocking. Why did he promise us so much? Why write pages after pages and pages after this and it doesn't get in there? So it was not mentioned. Now, it may be in the bill. It may be in the bill. He may have forgotten to mention it, but he did not say it tonight. It's not law yet. Next one is the student loan forgiveness. He appeared in a press conference that he called in Delaware, in his home state, on Friday, said, I will ask for Congress on day one to put on my table a forgiveness of the student loan debts of $10,000. I want it on my first table the first day. It's what helps this American economy. He didn't mention it tonight. Gone? He made no mention of the student loan debt forgiveness. Now, what did he also mention, though? He mentioned business grants. That's free money for businesses, free money for new businesses, and free money for existing businesses. He mentioned eviction moratorium, a mortgage forbearance. He mentioned rent aid. And you know why I'm laughing. Why am I laughing? Let me see who's been watching me tonight. As soon as I say rent aid, I start laughing. See if you know why I'm laughing, because it's insane the way he introduced it. It's just, the way he introduced this rent aid was just crazy. Yeah, 14 million people. There you go. Someone's watching. Thank you. I appreciate it for watching. He said, I will introduce, we need rent, and I will introduce a rent provision that'll help pay 14 million people with their rent. You mean billion, Joe? Or million? No, 14 million people with their rent. 14 million people is like half of LA County. What is 14 million people is like one block of New York City. I like, what is 14 million people? It's nothing. It's a joke. What do you mean? You mean 140 million? You mean 400 million? 14 billion? What do you mean 14 billion? What is 14 million? That's just like, what am I watching here when he said that? So that was very peculiar. He talked about artificial intelligence a lot. He talked about artificial intelligence a long time. The other part of the video, he talked a lot about whispering. Whisper. And you will see the sigh. A lot of whispering. A lot of whispering. People call it creepy. It was creepy. It was a lot of whispering. It was donut law. It's just, let's whisper. Maybe he was whispering because he didn't want you to hear how bad the bill was. He's like, I don't want to say really out loud how bad this is, so I will whisper the numbers. He talked about FPUC, $400 a week, because $300 a week was a down payment for $400 a week. Is this going to be one of these administrations sort of like, it feels like, George Bush Jr., where everything is just sort of ridiculous. Like every single thing that comes out sounds totally crazy. $300, he thanked Americans for Congress for giving you $300 a week for FPUC, and he's going to give you $400 a week because $300 was a down payment for $400. He actually said that. $300 was a down payment for $400. Now, $300 is more like a down payment is like 20% of the number. Down payment does not mean you pay 95% of the number. 30 down FPUC at $300 is a down payment for like $900. It's like 20% of 900. No, FPUC is $300 is a down payment for $312. I don't know what. So he said you're getting $400 a week for FPUC. Mm-hmm. And the PUA and FPUC extended to December 31st. Well, that was good. That was good. Eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance. That was good. And that was it. It was gone. Missing was what you thought was missing, and why things were in there we sort of expected. A lot of money for teachers. Oh, and he wants to spend a fortune. He wants to spend your stimulus check. No joke. I mean, I'm not being facetious. He wants to spend your stimulus check on changing the air conditioning ducts in the schools so that all kids can return to school in the next 90 days. Really? Why are we retrofitting schools for 90 days? Just vaccinate people, have them stay at home, and then when the virus is settled down, then we go back to school in the fall. What's going on here? Says Lexi. It's very peculiar. Why are we spending so much money on changing schools to fix the air conditioning ducts for 90 days? And I'm not kidding. It was a lot of money. The money for schools was insane. Now, as I pause, you know why I'm pausing? Because I just remembered. He had said on the I can't say this straight because it's so weird. He had said on the campaign trail that he was going to do a $7 trillion bill for the teachers. Okay, why does this bill have so much money for the teachers? Are they getting that and $7 trillion? Or did he forget about the $7 trillion also? Forget about the $7 trillion. They will remember it. They won't remember like the SSI and SSGI. Just forget about the $7 trillion for the teachers. Just forget about it. But Joe, so it's really not clear. Why is all this money being eaten out by the teachers? And finally, he gave money to state and local, $300 billion as well. So with that, let me answer some of your questions for tonight. Because you're probably confused, as most of Americans are tonight as well. Now they want us to open everything up. Yes. Can you imagine? Why does he want us to go back into school in 90 days? Because his wife's a teacher. I know his wife's a teacher, but it's just like, come on. Teachers are teaching from home. We teach from home till the pandemic's over. Why are we spending money on fixing schools? It's just an excuse to give the teachers a nice desk. Will they go back on adult dependence third stimulus? Yeah. So they'll for Tammy, they'll pay that $1,200 first stimulus check you never got. He won't remember what he said tomorrow. We're seeing a theme, and he's not even president yet. That he just sort of forgets what he said the day before. Uh, it's just, it's yeah. He forgot that he said he's going to give you $10,000 student loan debt on Friday, and today it's Tuesday. Oh yeah, did I say that? Maybe he's drinking. Someone says maybe we all need a drink. $15 an hour is the third stimulus. Yeah, he also said $15 an hour is your new third stimulus. I don't know how that got. That's not stimulus. That's a national minimum wage. The one thing has nothing to do with the other. It's very confusing. Will the kids get the $14 as well? Yes, they will. Short-term memory problems. Very, very short-term, like 5-hour memory problems. Uh, when is the $2,000 hitting? Ask Joe. Ask Joe. He'll remember tomorrow. I have to ask the artificial intelligence. They'll know when the $2,000 stimulus. Tomorrow he already forgot. Purple Patty. Tomorrow he already forgot. He's just okay. FPUC retro. You know why he didn't pay FPUC retro? He forgot there was a year 2020. He forgot you were unemployed last year. No one told him that. I didn't. I forgot that. I didn't know you were unemployed last year. I forgot about that. Is it maybe it's a special bill and there's other bills coming up? So that's a great question. They're, in the pre-release papers tonight, they said that Joe is going to do another bill for other stuff. So I'm really not quite sure what he's getting at. But this bill goes to December. So the fact that the bill goes to December sounds like this is it. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's too confusing. I have some records to sell him. It's quite scary. Maybe there'll be another bill tomorrow. Maybe this is a down payment for more to come. Maybe this is a down. Maybe this down payment is a down payment for another down payment. Alicia, thank you. What about the top dependents? The full stimulus check. The bill's not written yet. Yeah, it's not. It's not law yet. Uh, anyone want to buy donuts? Uh, 4 and 8. There was no 4 and 8. Thank goodness there was no 4 and 8 in this one. We survived with the 4 and 8. Just Joe. Someone's selling Joe some records in this room. I have no idea why. Uh, I have a feeling that for the next what it'll be until we see the bill. Next few days until we see the bill, I'm gonna get a question every 5 seconds. What about SSI and SSDI? Not there. And they'll be like, what? Not there. Oh, he didn't mention it. SSI. What about SSI? He didn't mention it. What? AOC wants to FPUC to be retro. Yeah. There is a lot. Oh, so someone in the videos before me, this one said, "Hey, what's our hashtag campaign? We need a hashtag campaign. Hashtag bad bill, BADBILL. This is a bad bill. What is this bad bill? This is like kill Bill. What is? We can't say that. Yeah, you can't say those words. But it's a bad bill. It's a bad bill because we haven't seen the bill. It's not bill yet, but it doesn't make sense. It's just and what do I think is going to happen? Here's my prediction of what I think is going to happen. Um, I think Republicans are not going to like it for reasons Joe Biden's not predicting. There's nothing in there for Republican type items. Republicans want, lots of grants and PPP and EIDL. He says there's going to be some business grants in there, but it sounds like there may not be much of any of that in there. It may just be sort of watered down. And it sounds sort of like, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, but not enough in all different directions. So I don't know. I would not be surprised if this gets hammered. You're going to see the reactions. What I always say is I don't care what the reactions are, but the fact is that this is not a particularly great bill. If this becomes the bill, that if this is actually the bill, which we don't know yet, that I think it's going to get it may get hammered, and rightfully so. We may be among the people hammering it. Bad bill. Keep your promises, Joe. Keep your promise. Keep your promise. Hashtag keep your promise, Joe. Because it's sort of bad in a lot of places for reasons it shouldn't be bad. And viewers were shocked. Viewers were shocked. It did not get as bad by the end of the night, but we still have to wait to see the bill. It could take some time, and that it could take months, as Sharon. I don't, I don't know if Nancy Pelosi's hairstyle is going to last through all this. It's just, I think it's going to just take a toll on her hairstyle. It's going to take a toll on my hairstyle. Where's Waldo? We need moolah. We need moolah. Maybe Biden will forget he had a press conference tonight. I maybe forgot I had a press conference tonight. So thank you for joining me for Evenings LA. Why only teachers? There's a lot of teachers in this. As he mentioned teachers every 10 seconds, and then teacher aide and teacher this and teacher that and teacher this and teacher them. I was like, oh my God, can we stop at the darn teachers? Oh my Lord. This is So anyway, there have been three back-to-back live recordings tonight. First, the actual announcement, the press conference. If you missed that video, you can rewatch it on this channel. Then a big video right before this, which went over more of the details, and this one. And meantime, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that alert button and also like this video. And if you've not subscribed, become a member, consider becoming a member. Click the link at the front of this video. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with Early Mornings LALATE, followed by Mornings LALATE. What did I say? I'll see you at Overnights LALATE at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, followed by Early Mornings LALATE, and then Mornings LALATE. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a great evening. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the cheers. And thank you for the moos. And we will see how much moolah will be in store for us tomorrow. Have a great evening.